And we are joined again by two special guests. We have Myron Loftus here and Enid Harding, his patient navigator at Dana-Farber. Myron, so special to have you here. What's it like for you being here, sharing your story at Fenway Park?
It's very something else. I have a very short story. I just found out I had cancer a couple weeks, couple months ago. And,
wow.
Yeah, so I just met Enid the first week in June, but everybody's been more than helpful. I mean, they rushed to get me all different kinds of scans to find out just how bad it was. It's a time thing. So I really have nothing but good things to say about all the doctors, everybody that's connected with Dana-Farber and Brigham Women. It really something special. I didn't expect this.
I was just going to say, I mean, I don't think anyone ever really expects it. Did you have anyone in your family that has had cancer, that maybe you lost to cancer, or is this something sort of out of the blue for you?
Well, it's sort of out of the blue. My mother, she had cancer, but that's not what she passed. It was a heart condition. They caught it and they cut it out. My real father died young. He's 37. Again, it was something with heart. But no, it's not an ongoing thing. There are people in my family that had cancer, but nothing I expect. I mean, I try to exercise and eat as healthy as I can. So when I first found out about it, well, why me? I mean, I don't drink, which everybody does. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do this, and it can happen to anybody. I'm just glad Dana-Farber is what it was, because there are family members out of state, and they have to struggle with finances and getting people to sort of getting back and forth to the hospital. All the things I didn't have to go through because of Dana-Farber, and this. So I'm very, very happy to participate in any fundraiser I can give anything back. More than happy for that.
Absolutely. And so we were talking earlier about screenings and how important it is to know your body. And so for you, Myron, you went to the health clinic because you were feeling tired and because you felt like something was off. How important is it to listen to your body and you kind of see signs that are maybe different from what you're used to?
Well, first I advise everybody not to do what I do. They tell you all the time, you're over 50 or over 60, get a regular checkup at least every 3 to 6 months. I wasn't doing that. I do what so many people do. When you feel pain, that's when you go to the clinic. So it just got to the point where I had trouble. I had a pain like a week before I went to the clinic, and got to the point I had trouble walking. And then I went there, and later on that week they ran tests Tuesday and Thursday. On Friday, the test came back, and they said it's probably cancer. And the following week I met Enid and Laura and Lamita. Dana-Farber have this excellent program at the clinic where they send people down every 2 weeks, I think, and they interview. So the timing was just perfect with everything. Yeah. So not much of a story. I just found out about it a couple of months ago, but I'm glad things worked out the way that they did. On treatment, I'm much better. If this keeps going on, at least in 4 weeks or so, I probably won't need a cane to walk with. So I'm very, very happy here.
And you mentioned you recently met Enid Harding, who we actually have here. You are the patient navigator in the center in the Cancer Care Equity Program at Dana-Farber. Explain to us what that means.
Yes. So first off, the Cancer Care Equity Program is a program that was started about 11 years ago, and Dr. Christopher Lathan and my coworker Ludmila were the original ones that started it off. And what they wanted to do was to help bridge disparities in healthcare. So they focused on these, the marginalized communities and health centers within these communities. And so basically what our program does, we're currently partnered with Dimmick Health Center, which is in Roxbury, and Harvard Street, which is where Myron goes, and that one is in Dorchester. And we go every other week to the health center. And we get referrals from the PCPs for patients for anything from benign hematology or unexplained bruising or unexplained weight loss. So we get these referrals, we have the patients come in, we see them, and then we do an entire workup. And if it's, if it turns into something, then we continue to follow them through the process. We follow them through the entire way, like we get them, whatever imaging they need, any blood work that they need, and then we just basically we take it from there. And then we have other patients that do come in and it's just a benign issue. It's a hematology, it's an anemia that doesn't need any further follow-up, and then we just refer them back to the PCP.
Well, Enid, thank you so much for the work that you do. It's incredibly impactful, and it's not taken for granted. So we're so appreciative of you being here to share what you do on a daily basis with us. And also, Myron, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.